today I'm not feeling a 10. Are you guys actually getting a kick out of these starts of the day announcements, or are they tiresome? I was just thinking it's another way to know what day this recording is coming from, since, well, I mean, nobody exactly gave me a calendar, and the clocks only show the day of the week. Either way, I slept like Garbo. Real nasty storm last night. Thank goodness I got that storm filter when I did, you know? Anyway, yeah. Good morning.
Would you get a look at that sunrise? Whew. Maybe it looks the same to you all as every single one I've sent, but I feel it's rather reductive and ruins the majesty of it all. You know what I just now noticed? There, aren't any, bird sounds. Thinking back, I don't think it really registered that they've been gone for a few days now. Sorry, the thought of it just sounded chill down my spine. I have, family up near the Appalachian Mountains, and yes, that's how you say it if you aren't fed. Which, I guess I am now. Anyway, their property is a little out in the boonies, so plenty of wilderness to get lost in. Always loved going. Well, a core memory just got jogged. I was out on my uncle's porch, mom's side of the family, and it was... Gosh. Had to be maybe noon? So, the sun was up high and everything, but anyway. Well, I'm out there doing who knows what, and when all of a sudden it, goes dead silent. I mean, you could hear a pin drop. or a stick. That was, oddly timed. Of course, at the time, I didn't think anything of it, but my uncle comes staring outside from the inside of the house and grabs me and pulls me in. This, big old black bear just comes lumbering out of the forest. I don't think I mentioned it, but the tree line wasn't far from the house. Now, a black bear isn't really keen on causing anyone much harm, but I was small and it was big, and you know how they can go. My uncle used this as a teaching moment. Now, Miguel, I want you to take this to heart. If you ever are out in the woods and everything goes dead silent, you best get out of there. Keep alert, keep quiet, and don't run. I didn't really understand it at the time, but it isn't the sudden noise that you should be afraid of. It's quiet. Because silence means something is hunting. Something the animals consider more of a threat than you. I'm sure it's just the ATV or something. Hey, not sure if you can all make it out, but there's like a stone structure or some kind of sculpture near one of the fire towers. Oh, speaking of them, yeah, they're pretty much abandoned, I think. Haven't seen a single light on during the evening or anything. I maybe would enjoy some history about them, if you got the time. But, yeah, I do want to toot my own horn and say I was able to get all those hash codes without needing to target a single server. Not once. Now that the hard stuff is out of the way, I'm going to reward myself with a nice drive around the grounds. So, I'm not sure if we want to get a repair team out here or anything. Don't know how good of a job they could even do, because that fence is, it's super uprooted. Maybe a security hazard? Not sure, but I did head through to maybe see if, if I was a person of ill intent, where I might come in from and, get back out and escape the clutches of the law. Yeah, just sitting here with the engine purring and burning fuel, so... Is that a novelty chocolate bar, guys? Also, yes, I did have to pry open the guard door. Look, the thing was already busted and nobody's here. I had to make sure nobody stole anything of value. Yep. Would you get a look at that view? It's crazy how different everything can look when you're, not where you're meant to be. Huh. Yeah, we've got a lot of fire towers around. Just empty. Supposedly. Supposed by me. Now, I think I've seen that fenced-off area before. Yeah. Yeah, it's the one near uniform. Wait. Is that a Stonehenge or, like, something similar? Nah. Fenced off for my safety, most likely. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be heading in there anytime soon. What? Is that a stuffed animal? Huh. Looks to be in pretty good condition, too. Somehow. Well, little... I'm gonna go with lady. Well, little Nina. How would you like to come back and stay with me in the base? Oh, gracias, my dear. I would like that very much. Well, who am I to argue with someone so polite? Alright, first, don't ask why I'm on top of the guard station. Anyway, I found yet another one of those, strange tiles. I'm not seeing any kind of pattern of where or why they are. If this was, like, some kind of game, I would say they're, I don't know, at places of interest, but, you know, something near the base. Like, near enough, I think I can maybe, spot it with a good vantage point. Assuming it isn't super small or whatever. You know, I don't recall there being a tree in the river. Wait. Okay, either my eyes are playing tricks on me or that tree just moved. No. No, it is moving. See? Okay, well, maybe not because it's a camera, I can't really record anything, but you can see in the photo it's not where it started. Ah! Ah! Ha! Oh! Oh, man, I think I just got some pollen in my eye. Oh, that stings. What? Oh, it's gone. Maybe my brain is just a little funny from the sudden shift in elevation and, effort. No, I'm not crazy. You can see it in the photos. What in the... Okay. Oh, I see what it is. Funny prank, you guys. Ah, you got me good. I'm shocked I didn't hear the thing pop. Well, you'll have me going there for a moment. That thing looked pretty realistic too, so, props and credit where credit is due. I was, just about to sign off for the night, but you all heard that, right? Huh. Something must have gotten loose in the drain or something. Anyway, splashing aside, this is, Dr. Kell, out for the evening, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of the day. Bye-bye.
Day 11, and I tell ya, I was in burger heaven. Note to self, don't go to bed on an empty stomach again. So, question. Is it odd that I only dream in grayscale? Or am I the normal one and you color dream people are the weird ones? I hope that made sense. Anyway, it was this huge black void, other than where I was, which was on top of a giant burger. Well, I was running around and hopping, super floaty, and grabbing the smaller burgers that I could. It was nice because they all had this close, so I could see them in the haze of the dream. But yeah, they were easy enough to spot. Well, either way, my hunger must have caught up with me because just when I was going to grab the last burger, I woke up. So yeah, there's your check-in for the morning. I'll check in later.
Okay, it isn't that much later, but I wanted to show off that the mushrooms are ready for harvest. They take forever and a half to grow to this size, so I don't think it's going to be worth it for me to make a giant stockpile of them. Also, if I did, I feel like that might signify something I don't really want to unpack right now. Okay, I know I'm not seeing things. These are the same sort of ships that I saw near the picnic, and they seem to be in a reachable orbit. With their positioning, it's like when you run into somebody you know, and you're both driving, but you want to talk, so you just kind of park next to each other and roll the window down. Though I don't suppose they are rolling down any windows. So, just got the signal processed up, and I know that is some sort of language. The computer did its best to translate into letters I can understand, but their recording must have gotten a little scuffed because the sounds are real computery. If I had to wager, it's probably some kind of a secret language. Rich folks love talking in secret languages, as we all know from very reputable movies and sources. But, nah, jokes aside, I can't make heads or tails of this. I've been using the ATV too much recently. Dr. Bao wants the hashes from satellites aren't really out that far, so I figured I'd take it a bit slow today and get some nice walkies. I mean, once again, it's another beautiful day, so all the more reason to. Slowing down for a bit lets you also really take everything in. Like example, some of the concrete pillars. Sure, I've seen them all over the place, but never really stopped to question what their purpose could be. If I had to bet, they were back when this place was open to the public. I can sense there was a little bit of shock. Of course I did some cursory research into this place. I couldn't find a whole bunch of stuff given the nature of what we do here, but it was once a popular tourist spot, even before ASO set up shop here. I mean, you've all heard me gushing about the natural landscape, so that tracks. Also explains why the base has that admin office. Folks come in, buy a ticket, walk the ground, and maybe learn a thing or two about space. Also explains the fading murals. If I had to hazard a guess, they were probably trail markers or, I don't know, maybe something in the folks in the fire towers could see and used to help guide rescue rangers / park rangers in the event that someone got lost or maybe wandered into a place they really shouldn't be. Maybe I can repurpose them. I saw we had some cameras available for purchase, and well, I'm too much of a chicken shit to go out at night. I could at least flip through them and see, what is what. That's a later problem for Kel, though. Alright, enough yapping out of me for a bit, since I'd just be muttering and breathing heavy. Speaking of people being where they shouldn't be, Yeah, I'm gonna fess up and take a demerit or whatever. I climbed that fence. I know, but I had to know what was over here, and isn't my job to take care of the grounds? Well, I mean, this is part of the grounds, even if it's fenced off. And never mind. The fact is, I'm in here, and you can't in me. Yeah, this looks to be a scaled-down version of a Stonehenge. Hmm? A note? Looks to be in Latin. Another Halloween skull, too. Man, someone was trying to be a little edgy now, weren't they? Yeah, there's some trash around, so I'll clean that up and we'll just call it even, right? Would you look at all this lavender? Not sure what the local flora here is, but I see purple and I think lavender. This also looks like it was purposely planted. If it was, well, they had good taste. Huh? Did you guys hear that too? That sounds like a cat. Oh, hey little fella. Guys, a cat has wandered onto base. Poor thing looks pretty rough too. Hey little kitty. You want some water? There you go. I don't see a collar on him. Maybe a stray? Seems pretty acclimated to people though. Alright. Alright. You're gonna come home with me. We'll get you some food too, alright? Wouldn't feel right leaving you out in the wild. If a predator got you, that would be awful. Hey now, settle down. And we're not busted. Okay. Little man was very happy to have some attentions and knocked the thing to the ground. Got him some water and gave him the last of my shrimp. Looks pretty sleepy still, but a lot better than what he was. In the interest of his health, I'm gonna hang on to him for the time being. I figure once I get back to civilization, I can maybe drop him off at a shelter or maybe find him an owner. Assuming I don't fall head over heels for him myself. I'm gonna have to figure out a name for him. So, there was another one of those yellow mushrooms growing on the base, so I was feeling pretty energized after the walk and whatnot, so I climbed up from the balcony to the roof, and I've just been tossing them away. I'm pretty intrigued, but I'm also concerned how they're spreading. I mean, these are just the fruiting bodies. Oh, where the heck is the mycelium network? Anyway, doing all that, and I see one down in a little alcove. Right near, I want to say, my bathroom? It doesn't matter. Found another one of those tiles. This is turning into quite the scavenger hunt. Now the real question is, where did they all go? I mean, you don't usually just have a set of odd tiles without them going to something or somewhere, you know? Yeah. Cat is settling in fine. He's chosen to sleep on my bed, I guess. But ta-da! Told y'all I had a plan for that corkboard. Oh man, I can see it now. I'm gonna pick a photo for each day that just sparks the most joy and, well, pin it to the board. Now, see, hey, I hear you. Cal, this seems a little bit kitschy. And yes, you're right, but let a man enjoy himself. I don't know. I keep having this thought that, yeah, it probably goes nowhere about how most depictions of prisoners you see mark their time with lines on the walls and all that. Well, kind of doing that, only, using nice photos that I enjoy in a corkboard. Like I said, that thought isn't much, and could be the sleep talking, but okay, yeah. No, it is definitely the sleep. Good night, everyone. Dr. Kell, signing off for the evening. Just kidding. Day 12? I don't have anything clever. I was just too excited to be printing out the photos, I guess. It's hard, okay? They're like my little babies, and I just can't choose my favorite. I mean, that's a lie, obviously. I have been picking favorite. Huh? I could swear that's coming from... Huh. Maybe something got knocked loose in the asbestos chamber. Okay, no. This time I'm heading to bed. Good actual morning, my scientific friends. Yeah, it figures I didn't need to actually do my usual call in. Huh. That, the can of wood fell over. Yeah, must be drafty in here. Anyway, early morning and ready for a super day. Morning photos! Okay, so, you recall the picnic that those rich folks were having? Well, they're gone, yeah, but their blanket isn't. Strange that they wouldn't bring it back with them. Maybe they left it for me? Yeah, that's gotta be it. Why else wouldn't they have packed it up with them? Must be a thanks for the shrimp. Yeah, at least that's the story I'm sticking with. Wow, the fog is rolling in thick right now. I forgot to hit the transfer button, but you can hopefully see in the photo. It looks like a red signal. I don't know what that could all be about. I guess. Something went screw with the system or whatever. Man, this has got to be the thickest fog I've ever seen. I mean, you can see. Now, granted the camera's flash isn't helping. It just keeps watching everything out. I wish there was a way to turn it off, but alas, no such luck. But man, if I was a spooky thing wanting to sneak up on an unsuspecting person in the middle of a derelict and defunct base, this would be the time to go about it. Good thing this base isn't derelict or defunct. Yeah, that signal should be all processed up by now. Oh, got a little collection going. With nothing much better to do, I've taken it upon myself to give you all ratings once I have, tasted all the pops in the vending machine. It passes the time, but, might also help figure out what to and what not to stock in the future. Also, seeing them all lined up brings me back to... What in the... Oh, something smells like it died. Oh, hey, Tux. Oh, you stinky little man. Okay, no, it's bath time, friendo. Ow. Yeah, okay. Ow. Ow. Cat's not smelly anymore. Oh, I hear the drone. Now, I know the servers aren't going down super often, but the company will still be nice. Not that Tux isn't doing a good job of that. Tux can't fix servers for me, though, so... Alright. No manual. Okay. Think I just see... Oh, here we are.
No.
Ah, and there he... Ow! Oi! Easy, little man. Okay. Here you go.
No.
There, is that what you wanted? Oh, that was my toe.
No.
That was my toe. Okay, you're going back to sleep now.
No.
Oh. Things a lot heavier than I expected. So, I don't think anything's broken, which is good. Oh my god. He rolled over my toe. It was like having a small car on it. A very excited and mobile car. Whew. Oh, maybe I keep the little man powered down until I need him again? Okay. I really gotta figure out where this draft is coming from. Oh, that dot's back near Romeo. Always around 8 p.m. and then just kind of moves around. Now, it could be just... I don't know. A mountain lion or something? I've heard some kind of grunting and other kind of noises at night, so... maybe it's that? Yeah. That's something for a later Kel to investigate. Later, late the next day or so. Not like another Kel. I don't know why I felt the need to explain that. I think either I've been staying up too late or these pops are doing something to my head. Or both. Yeah, both. Huh. It's those, 2 ships again. Come to think of it, I never heard them take off. Or arrive. Maybe I'll catch some more of their, code talk. That's gonna be my gift to me in the morning, though. Dr. Kel, off to Dreamland.
Why are you all young enemies so much? Oh, it's, is that one of those ships? Blank user. Lots of zeros. Or maybe O's. I think I can make out a message. Oh! And just like that, gone.
Well, despite all the misgivings, that was a very lucky start to day 13. Good morning, everyone. So, about earlier today. Not really sure what, but it seems like my visitors just wanted to show off or, I don't know, maybe mess with me. What is concerning, though, is how they got access to the email. I would have figured this was a secure line, but nah. I'm not going to entertain that thought. Anyway, hope we're all doing good. Almost been here, 2 weeks. Can you believe it? Why, it feels like only yesterday Ina was picking me up from the apartment and driving me to the airport. If I knew she was going to be the last person I'd see for a month, I think I would have taken her up on that offer for a hug. Well, I mean, I saw people at the airport and the person who dropped me off, but they don't count. Huh? Oh, it's the ships again. These ships are always good for something. Starting to think that, they're intentionally being captured. Anyway, I need to run to the restroom, so I'll check back in once that signal is downloaded. Just got this thing processed up. Let's give it a listen, shall we? You know, at first I thought this was a photo of the base from the outside, but, looking closer at it, I don't recognize anything, which is both great and, perplexing. Why send this? Ah, dang it. Sorry. I peeked outside and saw the tower was blinking like crazy. Okay, so I'm up here. Normally try to keep the comms down while I'm up here, on account of all the wind and not really sure how the radio waves and whatnot play together. Sorry, sidetracked. Hopefully these come across. The exposure on this thing is trash, so things always look darker, but there is a light near one of the transformers, and I'm certain it's not a lamp. Yeah, that thing is definitely moving. Okay, so I'm here for a reason, so, yeah, I'm gonna go do that thing. I don't want to spook whatever, or whoever it is. Not least because I don't want them to know that I know that they're here, or something like that. So I'm gonna go dark for a bit, expect photos, and I'll check in once I'm done. Ah, damn it. Lost it. Ah, shit. Sun's coming up, too. Whatever that is, it's nocturnal and definitely not a deer as I had thought. I guess I'll try again tonight to see whatever it is. Anyway, sky's changing fast. Wrote the hash codes before I took off, and thankfully I'm out near Yankee. Right. Gonna try and grab this and get back to the base before I either catch a cold or get struck by lightning. Okay. Oh, a little damp, but... Oh, I made it back. Whew. Shit. Sorry, I'm not in track shape anymore, I guess. Soda sounds like not the greatest idea, but I need to pick me up or something. Guess I'll have another mushroom. Thankfully, they don't seem to be addictive, or at least not yet. So I want to keep my use of them down to minimum, just on the off chance, you know. Yeah, my head is also still thinking about whatever that thing was. I highly doubt that it's some kind of undocumented species. Wait, what am I saying? Sorry, brain's a little foggy. Been keeping the mushrooms in a sealed box. Keeps them fresher longer. Now, I'm no savage, so... Aw, guys. Look who made himself comfy on the counter. Oh, you're such a good kitty, dogs. Alright. I think I know the perfect cure for my blues. Doesn't look like it's gonna break anytime soon. Sucks, because I need some extra cash. And, Transformer's looking low. Alright. I'm gonna have to ride out the storm, I guess. Or ride out into the... Never mind, you get it. And, just like that, the rain stops. Funny. Hey, so... Is it just me, or do these rocks look like they're leading you somewhere? Just a feeling, you know. The way they cluster here to grab your eye, and then as you follow the shape, your eye picks up on the smaller trail going back into the woods. I'd love to take a look, but I've got more pressing mysteries to attend to, and I need my wits about me. Took a little cat nap, because, well, the thing only shows up at night, and I want to be ready for it. Well, the sun's up, I plan on making my way out there. To the cave, you know. And parking myself and the ATV. Have a little midnight sting operation. Alright. Here I am near the cave. I got the ATV pointed around so I can tear out of here if the thing's hostile or, you know, hates me being near its home. Grabbed one of the clocks. Thankfully, it actually is battery powered, so I was right on my assumption. Anyway, I'm gonna stay put here near this log so I can just duck under if I need to. I'm not so far away where I shouldn't be able to zoom in. Yeah, picture quality might suffer, but what good is a shot of a cryptid if it isn't blurry and hard to make out? Okay, yeah, shit. Maybe I got here a little too early. Okay, it produces its own light, but it didn't seem to see me. I'm gonna make a really bad decision. I'm gonna go inside the cave. Huh. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of spooky. Just pumpkins and mushrooms. Wait, where did the pumpkins come from? Huh. Huh. I found the stone piece in the nest. Nope. Nope. I'm out of here. Pretty productive day, if I do say so myself. Sure, I still have more of that one thing to see and document, but oh well, I've got plenty of time. So, question, are we supposed to have campers out this way? I don't think so, and they were for sure in the restricted area. Or, is that place restricted for me so I don't run into the campers? Either way, there was a green fire out that way. Real bright, too. Though, unless you all say something, I figure it ain't my problem. You know so good. Oh, we expect more things of you. You expect an increase workload. Huh. Well, shit.